802ers, one more quick video, I believe for the evening. I picked up a few parts for this. Have not received the parts from Peppercat Keith yet, but they should be here either tomorrow or one day next week, as I believe he shipped them on Monday. Not 100% sure, I'll have to watch the video. I believe they're shipped out Monday, and I'm going to show you a couple things I picked up. First of all, oil pressure gauge. I'm going to try to run one on this engine. It's actually exactly the same as the one that's that you can't see on the Honda. Excuse me, sorry about that. But this engine has, if I can get down to it, it's in a tight spot. Right there, there's an oil pressure sensor. Right where my finger is, right there. You can just make it out. I'm thinking about doing is unscrewing it and using that. Or there's a hole right next to the oil drain plug. I don't know if that's just oil drain as well, or if that could be oil pressure. So anyways, I'm going to unhook the the electronic oil sensor and attempt to put this one in there. There should be two different fittings. It comes with screws to screw it in. Yeah, there's a couple different fittings in there. There's the real large one right there on the left, and then there's the smaller one, and then obviously the hose and everything else you need. I also picked up a voltmeter because this tractor does not have one, which kind of sucks, really. I don't like not having them. I always want to know if my battery's charging, and I always want to know what the battery's doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount one on one side on top of the dash, one on this side, one on that side. There's enough room between here and the dash, so basically it's going to go something like that, one on either side, and that should work. So if the oil, when I take the oil sensor out, if it's just a little bit too small, I'll just tap it like I did on the Honda. But I may have to pull this engine back out to do it. I'm not 100% sure. The engine will come out relatively easy. Just gotta unhook the throttle cable to the gas pedal, or I can probably even leave it in there and just flip the engine upside down in place right where it is right here. So unbolt the 4 bolts to take out the belt and the fuel line, and probably unhook a couple wires. Most likely the starter would have to come off. Starter wire, sorry. That's pretty much it. But I don't really like sticking them upside down in place because fluids and stuff like that always go everywhere. So that's pretty much it. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to mount the oil pressure until I know it's going to work. Because if it doesn't work, I'm just going to bring it back and I'm going to mount the voltage dead center right here. And that's pretty much it. They don't sell duals. They only sell the 3s or the singles, so I just picked up 2 singles. Obviously because I don't need water temp on this. I was going to pick up a triple and just discard the water temp or use it as an extra for the Honda, but I figured just pick up singles. It's not a big deal. So I was going to mount them 1, 2, and 3, and then put like the kill switch in the middle one or something like that, make up a plate, but nah, decided not to. Let's just check, see how the mud looks on this guy. Not horrible. And let's actually see if it will start. This should start. Get the key. There's the old Honda key. Let's put the camera down. Got a fly bug in my foot. Of course, it's camera shy. Yeah, it's camera shy. Who cares? Not a big deal. It runs, I know that. It's just temperamental, like I said before. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this, and I will talk to everyone later. If anyone has any suggestions or knows of any videos out there where someone has put an oil pressure gauge on one of these opposed twins, let me know. I had a 18 Vanguard, Oppo's twin Vanguard, with a similar setup for the wire. And then basically the wire went to a light source, and then if you got low on oil pressure, it completed the circuit to the ground, and the light would come on if you had low oil pressure. I could do it like that on this, but I'd rather have a gauge, because the gauge is, you know what's going on with the engine even before the light went on. Say if you lose the oil pressure, you're going to see the gauge go down first before that light would ever come on, so, and risk damaging the engine. So that's my plan. That should work. Hopefully it will work. I gotta pull it out of here, and that'll be a project most likely for one day next week. See if it will work. I'll hold on to all the receipts for all this stuff here, and if it doesn't work, I'll just bring that back. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So stay tuned, and stay tuned for the next video on that. So I'm working on trying to get both of these projects completed, and then I want to start on my snowblower. So, because this thing here will run and drive as it sits, so it's fun, as you saw from the one video. Even though some people don't think it was me, but it was me. And we'll get a friend of mine to videotape me doing it. So yeah. So I'll talk to everyone later. Keep it redneck, and please subscribe and comment.